26-year-old man murdered in St. Elizabeth. The St. Elizabeth police are investigating the murder of a 26-year-old man in Georges Valley, Balaclava in the parish on Monday. The victim has been identified as Kenroy Facey, also known as Bandolo. According to police reports, Facey was at a shop in the community around 8:25 a.m. when he was attacked by an unknown assailant who shot him. He was rushed to the hospital but pronounced dead on arrival. The Black River Criminal Investigations Branch is leading the investigation. Suspect in Rockford shooting killed by police. At least one person who was allegedly involved in Monday evening's fatal shooting in Rockford, Kingston, has been shot and killed by police. According to Superintendent of Police in charge of the Kingston Eastern Division, Tommy Lee Chambers, a team of officers based on information received carried out an operation on Rushden Road in the community Tuesday morning. She disclosed that during the operation, one person was shot and killed and a firearm was seized. The identity of the suspect was not revealed. What is happening here is not something that we are accustomed to in Kingston Eastern Division, and we are not going to sit back and relax and allow any more of this to take place, Superintendent Chambers stated. She was joined by Prime Minister Andrew Holness and National Security Minister Dr. Horace Strang during a visit to the Pleasant Heights and Oliver Road sections of Rockford, following the mass shooting at a football match which left 5 people dead and 2 injured. It is reported that members of the community had come together for a friendly match competition when tragedy struck. Community members come together to have a friendly football competition. At the end of the competition, based one team, they won the first prize. So they were here waiting for their first prize. However, they saw it fit to have a spelling bee competition and also a bun eating contest. While they're having fun, a group of men walk up in the crowd and open gunfire at some of the patrons, hitting 7 persons, 5 succumb and 2 remain in hospital, not serious, Superintendent Chambers noted. A 48-hour curfew has been imposed in Rockford following the fatal shooting. After discussions with Acting Deputy Commissioner Warren Clark, I immediately authorized a curfew for the area, which is 48 hours, and the police took steps to close down the area and ensure that there was no one stepping out until they could operationalize their team and find whatever intelligence they could find and seek to identify the perpetrators, Minister Chang noted. He added that the police had already identified the suspects in the shooting and are pursuing them as aggressively as they can. Dr. Chang added that should the police see a need to extend the curfew, he has authority to do so. He went on to extend condolences to the families affected by the shooting while condemning the heinous act. If the curfew will be needed for a longer period, I have the authority to extend it, and I will do so on the request of the commanding officer for this area. We extend our sympathy to the families who were affected, but we will pursue the perpetrators relentlessly and apprehend them and ensure this kind of thing will not repeat itself in this area or anywhere else, Dr. Chung noted.
The Pleasant Heights team, along with the Base 1 team, seems fit to come together to have a friendly football competition. At the end of the competition, Base 1 team, they won the first prize. So they were here awaiting their first prize. However, they see it fit to have a spelling bee competition and also a bun eating contest. Whilst they're having fun, a group of men walk up in the crowd and open gunfire at some of the patrons, hitting 7 persons. 5 succumb and 2 still remain in hospital, not serious. Sir, since then, we have imposed a curfew in the Rockford area just to contain whatever situation or if any situation should arise and to prevent any reprisal. So far, my team have been on the ground. We have been getting support from Area 4 and SO and right across from MID, and they have been inside the area. My team this morning also received information somewhere along in the Rosedale Road area that one person who involved in this situation that occurred yesterday, and they went on an operation and we had a fatal and a firearm also recovered. We will continue to pursue, sir, and no stone will be left unturned. What is happening here is not something that we're accustomed to in the Kingston Eastern Division, and we are not going to sit back and relax and allow any more of this to take place. So received information somewhere along in the Rosedale Road area that one person who involved in this situation that occurred yesterday, and they went on an operation, and we had a fatal and a firearm also recovered. We will continue to pursue, sir, and no stone will be left unturned. What is happening here is not something that we are accustomed to in the Kingston Eastern Division, and we are not going to sit back and relax and allow any more of this to take place. So they were here awaiting their first prize. However, they see it fit to have a spelling bee competition and also a bun eating contest. Whilst they're having fun, a group of men walk up in the crowd and open gunfire at some of the patrons, hitting 7 persons. 5 succumb and 2 still remain in hospital, not serious.
5 persons were killed at a football match. It was not an impromptu action. It was not an act of passion. It was not something that just happened at the spur of the moment. Someone sat and thought about it. Someone procured the firearms and the bullets. They may even have paid persons to do this. Someone stood as a lookout to say, now is the time. It was an organized activity, and all communities are at peril of this. There must be no succor, no favor, no sympathy for these persons who organize that. They are criminals and they must be seen in that way. I have said before, when a similar incident like this occurred in Cherry Tree Lane in Clarendon, that we will pursue them and the decision is theirs. Either they meet a judge or they meet their maker. I encourage them to meet a judge, but they must be clear in their minds that Jamaica is not going to sit back and allow organized criminals to threaten the security of the nation and destroy the peace of communities. The society now needs to ensure that the criminals are separated from the community so that the police can deal with them effectively.
Vybz Kartel falls ill while partying at nightclub. Dancehall superstar Vybz Kartel fell ill while partying at a popular nightclub in Kingston on Monday night. Sources close to the DJ have since told reporters that the DJ is doing fine after the incident. Videos of the DJ being assisted out of the club have been circulating on social media, raising further concerns about the entertainer's health, especially since he has been diagnosed with Graves' disease. In the footage, the club disc jock could be heard asking patrons of the upper dock where the artist was located to give him space. Kartel was later seen sitting on the rail as patrons around him used rags and other items to fan him. In May 2023, it was disclosed that the then incarcerated DJ had been battling Graves' disease and other health issues including heart conditions. Appeal fined by double murder convict delayed until April next year. Double murder convict Mervyn Cameron, whose 6-year delay in custody awaiting trial led to a landmark ruling in 2018 that his constitutional rights were breached, suffered another delay when his appearance against convictions was put off to April next year. When the matter came before the Court of Appeal, it was disclosed that the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions had not responded to the submissions that were submitted in May against his convictions. The court gave the officer until Friday to respond to the submissions. Attorney at law Hugh Wildman, who is representing Cameron, referred to the history of the case and highlighted the fact that there was a ruling in Cameron's favor for a constitutional breach to trial within a reasonable time. Wildman also referred to the delay in getting the transcript after Cameron was convicted. Damages are to be assessed for in the Constitutional Court's ruling, and Cameron is seeking compensation of $30 million. The court in its ruling in March 2018 had said it could not decide the level of compensation until the criminal matter against him was determined. In the fourth ground of appeal file, Cameron is seeking to have his conviction squashed so that he can be freed. Cameron was convicted in June 2019 for the murder of Barrington Davis, Deputy Chief of Security of Jamaica Post, and his girlfriend Patricia Lamont Barneswell. They were killed from Davis' home in St. John's Heights in August 2012. Their decomposed bodies were found with multiple gunshot wounds in a cane field in Innswood, St. Catherine. Cameron was convicted of the double murder and sentenced to life imprisonment. He was ordered to serve 35 years imprisonment before he can be eligible for parole. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.